First, I would very much like to congratulate FREE for pointing the finger at the big issue of rural energy, which is a separate, special issue when we talk about energy policy in general. And not only pointing the finger, but really coming with practical advice and seeking solutions. And that is very, very healthy today and needed today. The European Economic and Social Committee is a big committee where representatives from civil society organizations from every member state are working, which means that we have a lot of experience and expertise available to us. And one of the areas we work very intensively in is really energy. We give opinions on every proposal that the Commission presents in this and other areas. Some of the main lines may be what we have been presenting in our opinions is that we definitely think that all the three pillars of energy policy, environment, security and competitiveness are extremely important, and we have to keep them there in front of our eyes all the time. But if one thing is to be chosen as more important than the others, it's certainly the security part. Everyone in Europe should have access to energy, and preferably at a reasonable price. And this, of course, is very much an urban issue also. It's also an energy poverty issue that we have been dealing with a lot. We believe there has to be a dispersed energy mix available, not closing anything out, and to see that there is competition enough in the market between different forms of energy so that we keep the markets always on their toes. Renewables we have been working with a lot, in particular perhaps in connection with agricultural policy, biomass, biofuels and the agricultural policy, but naturally the other forms of renewables too. One view that I think most of the members share with me today is that we think we have enough of general policy goals, maybe even enough of regulation. Now go to implementation and to find the practical measures on how to get forward on the things that we really need to do. We have recently been working on energy efficiency. We had a very interesting hearing in May on the theme of how to help people change their behavior. The normal citizen, the normal household, how to change behavior. Some of the very practical advices we got was that firstly you have to, of course, have good information, but it has to be very segmented, very reliable, and directed to different groups of people in an appropriate way. That people have to benefit in the short term for if they are doing something, refurbishing their house or something like that, which means that we need support measures. It may be money, but it could also be a sort of social acceptance, a peer pressure, something like that. It may not be big things, sometimes we need big things, but the people have to have the benefit. We need to work together. You have all the social networks nowadays, you have communities, and I think your work here is a good example of working together. And then there was problems identified in the President's regulation on the energy labeling of existing buildings, energy labeling on household appliances, the certification of energy performance of buildings, and also the smart metering requirements. And we hope to come back to these very specific problems that have been analyzed.